Credit cards. There's a good chance you have one in your wallet right now. Whether for day-to-day spending or emergencies, millions of people use them.
But the Federal Reserve reports Americans ended 2025 in a record amount of debt, and more cardholders are having a harder time paying it off.
Once your balance is at least 30 days past due, debt collectors can start calling. And we uncovered the calls are not only on the rise, but so are the complaints of threatening and harassing messages.
Reporter Susan Campbell breaks down what you can do if you're facing a mountain of overdue debt and fielding calls from collectors.
So let's just give it a run.
The actors with Murder, Inc. are rehearsing for their next performance.
So let's begin, shall we?
And that's spelled I-N-K because we write all of our murder mysteries.
Greg Lutz owns a company and has poured everything into it for years.
I'll tell you, I had about 60 grand in debt. Most of that on credit cards because you get the zero balance and you transfer it to this one and transfer it to that one. But then when the time's up, boy, it really raises the interest and the principal. You don't even know what the principal is anymore.
And that was mostly for the business?
Exactly, yes, all for the business.
The debt started to pile up during the pandemic when nobody was going to shows. Greg spent more working on new shows to try and get new revenue. Then the debt collectors started calling.
They would threaten me with, we're going to own Murder, Inc. We're going to own your house.
That's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
That's what you've worked for
Right.
years and years and years.
Exactly. And then you can't help it, as somebody who at that time wasn't informed, there's a little panic attack. And you start thinking, well, maybe I should listen to them. I mean, they're telling me I don't have any other choices.
Here's the thing. Greg did have other choices, and so do you.
A lot of consumers are getting collection calls these days.
Jim Triggs is the CEO of the nonprofit Money Management International, which helps people get out of debt.
90-day delinquencies on credit cards are up over 12% of the entire portfolio, which is astronomically high. We haven't seen numbers like that since the Great Recession.
He says it's important to know your rights when it comes to debt collectors.
They can't call you at times that are inconvenient for you. That's usually before 7 a.m., after 9 p.m. They can't threaten to put you in jail for not paying your debt or threaten you in general. They can't harass you at work if you tell them not to call you at work.
Still, we've seen a big spike in complaints about debt collectors. According to data from the Federal Trade Commission, in the first 3 quarters of 2024, the FTC got about 44,000 reports about debt that wasn't owed or abusive and threatening debt collection practices. During the same time in 2025, that number jumped to almost 195,000. Greg says for him, it was almost impossible to figure out which debt collectors were even legitimate.
And a lot of them were fraudulent, but you don't know that when they call you.
So he asked for help from MMI and got on a plan to pay off everything with reduced interest rates.
Are you paid off?
I have 1 month left. So 1 month left.
Do you see that relief all over his face?
And you are the one!
It's relief and excitement for a new season of new shows.
Before paying a debt collector, experts we spoke with say you should verify the debt by asking for the company's name, business address, and contact information, as well as written verification of the debt itself.
The first thing that I always tell people is initially, before you make any arrangements, any agreements with anybody, you ask them to send you validation of the debt in writing. They think that because the person is coming off aggressive, they feel threatened, they feel like I have to make the decision at this moment. And that's just really not the case.
According to the FTC, people have been called about debts they did not have, and after feeling the pressure to pay immediately, many end up paying money they don't owe. To learn more about your rights or the tips to help tackle high balances, head to InvestigateTV.com and search credit card debt.